Hello, ladies and gents. Romie Reviews. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 11, Episode 12. Yes, it's already been 12 episodes. The Peaches of Tokyo. So the episode starts off with Candy. Candy, she's doing her dungeon party, I should say the marketing and promotion side for her dungeon party. And so she's there with Todd. She's in her lace. She's in her leather getup. Everything looks nice. I actually like it. Not only do I actually like it, I like the conversation that Candy and Eva have. See, here's the thing. Candy and Eva have a common, I won't say enemy, but a common alliance when it comes to how they deal with this group. Candy and Eva both have a bad habit of not being direct with the women when they should be, not knowing how to really handle that, and as a result, things just get topsy-turvy. It becomes a situation where they get seen as being fake and fraudulent because they're not letting people know how they feel in the moment. That's just not their personalities. We know that Eva's shady. We know that Candy's shady. We know that Eva is the type to say something in the moment and then not care anymore. See, that's the difference. I don't think Eva cares in the least about most of the stuff that she's even saying. And so when it's brought back up, she's like, wait, what? Huh? I'm already on something new. Doesn't mean that's right. I'm just saying I think that's where her head's at when it comes to all of that. Candy holds a grudge. So there is a difference. And of course, Eva feels a certain way about Portia bringing that whole thing up with Cynthia. I'm thinking, the whole point is you said what you said, which means that Portia had the liberty of going back to Cynthia and regurgitating it. And that's exactly what happened. I am so tired of these damn glasses. Woo! I'm trying to figure out if that feels better. Anyway, I look like a completely different person without them. Anyway, Nene, she is dealing with a lot. She's still dealing with Greg, but she goes over to Portia's because, Portia is fun. See, that's the thing. Portia is fun. Portia is fun, and she is funny. And that's what Nene needs right now. Nene just needs a getaway. She just needs an escape. And that's what Portia is providing her. The good thing about all of this is that they're just joking back and forth. They're talking about, what are they talking about? Portia and Candy. At this point, they have a truce. And the truce is, I don't mess with you, you don't mess with me. So then now we have to do the impromptus. So now Portia and Nene are going to pretend to be Portia and Candy. So then Nene comes in and pretends to be Portia and says, Oh yes, hi Candy, how are you? And Candy's like, okay, I'm good, how are you? And it's like, well, actually, the thing on the Thursday of, that last Thursday of November, when you said who's a who and what a what's a, and that man of yours, I love Nene and Portia together. They are so fun, which has me wondering what happened. What happened? Because present day, they maybe they're okay, but just recently, things weren't so cool. Everyone's arriving to the airport. Everyone's saying goodbye to their spouses. Candy's there. Obviously, Portia comes, and it's a little odd because Portia does the whole pleasantries with Candy, and Candy is like, hey. Because remember, they all agreed to be civil. I think Nene showed up with the most bags. Nene was irked and irritated because her and Greg probably had a fighter argument. But things were fine on the plane. It was an international trip, so it was a long trip. Apparently, Shamari was sleeping most of the time, and she was like, oh, wait, we here? She's a new mom. She needs her rest. She needs to get her rest when she can get it. Dang, this is a lot of light. Anyway, the guy had me looking washed out. How I look now. See, there we go. That's more like it. Not this whole, there's nothing white about my skin. Just my last name. Anyway, Marlo's pissed. They show up in Japan. Tokyo, Japan to be more specific. And Marlo doesn't have her luggage. All she has is her carry-on. Of course, Marlo, fashion degenerate. Degenerate. I think I just made up that word. Her luggage doesn't come, so Marlo's over it. Marlo is very over it. But I do like the fact that Eva goes and says, look, we're going to pray for Marlo. We're going to have a great time. The trip's going to be fantastic. We're going to show up to the hotel. And then they go and do some... Marlo was upset because her hair wasn't... she didn't have a sew-in. So she was afraid the ponytail was going to drag... It's just going to... was just going to drag everything back and off. Candy is saying that Portia is smart because Portia talks about the tattoo she has and acknowledges that no, she doesn't have Dennis's name on her tattooed on her body. She has other symbols that she could always say mean what they mean for someone else if she were to ever break up. I said yes, Portia has grown. We appreciate the growth. Let me see if I stand back, if I can get the color right. No, whatever. I have to figure that out. Not trying to be whitewashed over here. So they show up to the hotel. The hotel is really nice, as we expect. They're showing up to dinner or lunch or brunch. Here's the thing. Candy is over it because Candy's looking at this like, what is salmon tartare? I'm thinking, Candy, you've never gone to... Candy, you have money, and you're part of the entertainment industry. You've gone to fancy restaurants before. You've never seen the menu with salmon tartare. I've went to a restaurant that's not fancy and seen salmon tartare. Oh, okay. Candy, she's because Atlanta, and I'm sure overall the cuisine is just different in general. So Candy looked at that uncooked food like, what? And I'm not mad at her because I am not a fan of uncooked food either. But I just need for a grown up to not look like a kid when they're... It's like... And I'm not talking about Candy. I'm talking about myself because I do the same thing. What the heck happened to my skin? Anyway, we have... Eva, who apparently she had a lot of modeling gigs back in the day in Tokyo, and apparently somehow they thought that she and her friends were prostitutes because of how they were dressed. So there was that. Tanya has a local, not a local, like a professional guide there, and the woman said, there's going to be a lot of customs and traditions that just need to respect while you're here. And I said, cool, fair enough. No problems. Perfect. Eva decides, hey, since this trip, she likes to go make sure that she does a pleasantry. So she appreciates everyone for coming. She is sorry for how she didn't invite everyone to the initial impromptu bachelorette party. So this is her makeup for that. And not only that, she also wants to make sure that there's nothing left on the table, that everyone is cool, calm, and copacetic. In other words, she wants any drama that they have to be squashed now. Here's the problem. Eva starts off with Portia. And Eva tells Portia, hey, I didn't like the fact that you were going and trying to start something by bringing up information that I just kind of said in jest. So then Portia flipped it like, well, at the end of the day, you said what you said about, You said what you said about Cynthia, and that wasn't my fault. It's not my fault you can't... Well, she didn't say this, but in the confessional, she was just like, you just stand ground, stick to your guns. Whatever you said, you said. And we're just going to have to move forward from that. Period. Just own it. And I agree. Like Cynthia co-signed, or someone else co-signed, maybe Nene, and said, yeah, you just need to stick to your ground. If you said something, then yes, I said it. I didn't mean it maliciously, but I said it. That's all. That's what a lot of people just expect and appreciate more than the, oh, well, Oh, they brought up the Shamari thing. How Eva was extremely nice to Shamari, even though Shamari is pregnant. Eva, Marlo's like, yeah, it's just, if you have a problem or you just want to say something, say it. You're grown. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It really is. It really is. It really is. Period. 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 But we move on from that. So now they get over that. Portia apparently talked to one of the waiters who taught her how to say she's pregnant in Japanese, because Portia wants to tell the group. And I said, cool. So how do you say this? So it's like 30 minutes prior. Was it Ninshin Chu? Ninshin Chon? Close enough. Close enough. And they took the gong and they did the announcement. It was really cute. So now they're going to go to the hotel. Everyone's happy, including Candy. And Candy said that, she's happy for Portia. She knows this is something that Portia has wanted. And so she is happy. And I believe her. There are some cynics online, but I believe her. She's known Portia for years. And we're just going to move on from that. Now, Marlo, because I guess she didn't have the right attire for footwear, she was like, can someone carry me? I said, Marlo. So then she jumps on Eva's back, and I said, oh, shout out to Eva. She was able to handle all that. Marlo's not heavy or anything, but still, if you're not prepared for someone to do that, come on now. Now, anyone notice how Candy was trying to figure out where's the iron? How does this contraption work? Eva is going through it. So she goes, we see her crying. The next thing we know, she gets herself together. She goes to see Candy, and she tells Candy that her grandfather is very sick. And apparently she lost one grandparent recently, and so to potentially lose her grandfather shortly after, it's just too much for her. It's too much for her, and she is just, I felt so bad for her. But you can tell that there was an emotional disconnect for Candy. Everyone was watching the screen like, Candy, are you okay? Because this isn't the reaction we expect from someone who is told that, okay, I need some emotional support because I think I'm about to lose a grandparent. And Candy, like I said, she looks like she was really trying, but she looked so uncomfortable and so awkward. So I appreciate she acknowledged, hey, I don't know how to really be that emotional or upfront with my feelings. And essentially she said after her brother died, when she was young, that's when it stopped for her. It probably wasn't the easiest thing, period, but that's when it really just stopped for her. And I feel bad for Eva. Eva, so far, he's still hanging in there, so she's going to stay on the trip. Now, remember, last night, the guide told them it's very important that you're punctual. Culturally, it's very important that you are punctual. It makes her look bad. First of all, it's disrespecting her, and it also makes her look bad if you don't show up on time, because then all of us will be late. And I'm sure as a guide, she's probably has special accommodations for them because that's what you have to do. And so when you aren't on time, it throws off her schedule. It also makes her look bad that she can't follow through on her commitments. And plus, like I said, it's culturally, it's just a really huge thing. Respect over there, very huge, very huge. We talk about it here and in other countries, but in some countries, it's really everything. It's like as important as your name. So now Tanya, Eva, Portia, what was it? I think maybe Candy and Cynthia, I think all of them came on time, or right around on time. Nene, Shamari, and then Marlo, they came late. I mean, it was almost an hour late. I said, that's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Trifling. Marlo came in with a really stank attitude, and I was irritated for a couple of seconds. But then I realized, because the guy said, we have to go. Like, we're leaving them. No, this isn't a game. We have to go. And I said, yeah, leave them. Leave them. We've done this before on shows. Leave them. But the one thing I will say for Marlo is, all of her luggage was gone. So she had nothing new to wear. She had nothing. She probably had to go and have someone help her get some stuff. So I will say that they kind of dropped the ball there. I mean, I feel like if this was someone else... See, the thing is, it's because it's Marlo. If it was someone else, they probably would have made sure, oh, okay, let's go shopping in Tokyo. Let's go here, let's go there. We need to go and give them, accommodations. Get them some new clothes. Heck, wear this, wear that, do this, do that. But they weren't going to do all of that for Marlo. Let's just call that what it is. So they're going to a religious temple, which means that they have to abide by certain things. You can't be loud in there. She knows this group. You can't be loud in there. You can't be flowing disrespect. Now, apparently, there's all of these different little compartments and drawers where you go, you shake up this container. It has a number in it. The number that you have bases your... I guess we can say fortune. It sounds a little cheesy to say the word fortune, but you get what I mean. And so it was crazy. Everyone's was unique to theirs. Eva's was about how... Candy's... We'll start with Candy. Candy's was about how her family business will be prosperous. I said, wait a... Oh, that's the Lord intervening. Your skills will be developed, and people will... known to people in the capital. I said, oh, the capital. Candy, what are you trying to do? Portia, I think it had to do with, a new blessing will come in your life or something like that. Eva's was about someone close to you, they'll find peace, or the patient will find peace, something like that. And that's definitely what she needed to hear. And they all prayed. And that was essentially the end of the first episode, which I said, oh, no, it was not. They went to dinner. Things were okay. Until they talk about, well, first of all, Candy's over it again because Candy's like, this is another flipping trip another scene where it's uncooked food because this is an authentic sushi bar. Apparently, they talk about Tanya and her marriage to Paul. Paul and her aren't married legally. They're married, they have a spiritual marriage. And it seems like she's not trying to rush down the aisle. She feels like that's her soulmate, that's her one. So she doesn't need to go down the aisle and get the paper right now. When it happens, it happens. And everyone else, for the most part, is cool. They just want the clarification. Except for Nene. And Nene hasn't been happy because Nene did acknowledge that she said that Greg and her had a fight, I think like the night before. So then there was an issue the night before. And that normally happens with a lot of couples when one's going on a trip without the other. That's actually really common. The problem is because Greg is sick, he's emotionally been unstable because he's going through so much. And Nene understands that. The problem is Nene feels like a punching bag. And so Greg went off on her when Nene reached out to him to say, okay, she's on the plane, because that's the thing that they do. And Greg apparently cursed her out and was like, I'm doing all this for you. Why are you there? And so Nene has that in her mind and in her heart, and she's taking it out on other people. Like I said before, that's what's going on. Her personal life is the reason why she's going off on certain people. And to be more specific, Tanya, because she does not deserve that. She doesn't deserve that in the least. Tanya isn't doing anything wrong to anybody. Tanya is very nice. Tanya is cool, calm, and copacetic. And Nene is just going off on her because Tanya said, I felt like it was a little, odd that you went and said that, oh, well, whether it's Paul or someone else, even though you know how I feel about, how she feels about her fiance. And then there was another snide comment. And so then I appreciate Tanya for standing up for herself and saying she didn't like that. She didn't like that. And he was like, I don't care. Why are you bringing this up? I don't care about your man. You need to go where. I said, you're bothered. You're bothered because you're upset. She's happy. And you're going through something right now. And so you're overreacting. Period. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week.